Greetings, everyone. You're listening to the Aquila View. Again, we're back again with a very interesting episode. And as usual, I'm your host, Narayan. And today, on the episode or on the show of the Aquila View, we have with us Team BRT Olibaeza, all the way from Spain, joining us. Yeah, this is the first ever team that has joined us from Spain. And before we actually move ahead, so I guess over the next course of 20-25 minutes, as usual, we'll be talking to all of these brilliant young minds over different aspects of F1 in schools and their journey till here because they have been a world finalist team, right? So before wasting any further time, let's get into the podcast, right? So firstly, welcome everybody to what we call the Aquila View family. And I hope you all have been doing extremely well and healthy, seeing the situations that we all are going through right now. Before I actually start off the questions, I'd like you all to please just break the ice for us by giving us a short and brief introduction about yourselves and what's your role in the team and what your passion is and what are your interests. So we'd start with Adri.
I shall start.
Yeah, Daniel, you could go ahead, no problem.
Okay. Well, I'm Daniel Gomez. Last year I was a social media manager. Um, I help in other fields. And well, my job in the last year was making the videos, animation, and so, and also manage the social media. Well, let's talk about you, Adri. What do you do last year?
Well, I do the help of my teammates in every part of the work. Would I do the 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 car in a part with my teammates Santi and Josemi. And I do también I do also with my teammate Danny of the videos of the car and the promotion in the social network. Uh, well, I am a helper in the team.
That's amazing, Adri and Daniel, to hear about what's your role in team and what you do, right? So, Santi, what about you? Please introduce yourself.
Uh, First of all, hi to everyone. I'm Santi, and I was last year the engineer manager who has created all the car. And this year, for next year competition, we are changing all our headquarters and also the whole team in general, and I will become a team manager.
All right, that's amazing, Santi. So, before we actually move in, I'd like to ask you all that how you all came together and how did the team formation looked like? How did you form the team, and then probably how did you worked in a team and made it to the world finals last year? So, Adri or Daniel, whosoever is comfortable, please go ahead and answer it.
Okay, our team was set up by Santi and the old team manager that it's called Sebastian. Well, I think the most appropriate person to talk about this should be Santi. Santi, could you explain how came up the team?
Yeah, no problem. First of all, we found the competition but for November of 2020, and was like a dream, and we just were joking about imagine if with starting a new project and get into the world final, and that was we start working on April after Easter, and amazingly we just finished the whole car and the all projects for in a month or two to get to the competition. Was was very difficult for us to achieve that, and also to not to fail on our last year of the high school, because next year we are passing to college and we had to make our final exams to get into them.
Yes, it was also quite difficult because of my teammates said, and we think we almost all the team thought that this dream may be impossible because we have little time. We have no economic support, or at least very little economic support. And yeah, I'm quite proud of our team of making this possible.
Yes, I mean, Daniel, you should be proud of the team because I mean, going to World Finals it's itself a big thing, and it's a victory in itself, right? So I mean, I'm quite impressed by it, right? And yesterday, even I guess we recorded it with another team from Brazil, and today we are recording it with you guys from Spain, right? So the thing that I really appreciate about you guys is that. I mean, you really take up all of these things as challenges because, I mean, if I was a person who do not know English, I mean, I probably have just sat down in my home and not even have think think of even participating in a competition that may require or requires English proficiency, right? So I mean, you guys have been doing an amazing job at that, right? So moving on, I guess, as you guys told about, I mean, how you came together and how you guys faced challenges and made it all the way through the world finals, representing your country, right? And I mean, I really wanted to know that feeling that how does it feel when you represent your country, and how I mean, how was your experience at the World Finals that happened recently?
Well, being the only team participating in Spain was plus for us because at the time of searching companies to support us was a little bit better. But in fact, unless for me, I didn't feel like like a famous person, no, for being the fifth person in Spain, because here in your country, people doesn't really know about this competition. In fact, companies didn't um, make us any companies didn't support us by it because they don't know what was this competition. But when I thought from in a international field, I'm yes, I really proud. It's the only thing that I could say about my experience here in from F1 in the schools. I don't know what my teammates think.
Yeah, I mean, that's great, Daniel. Santi, what about you?
Yeah, as Danny has said, um, a part of the proudness, it also that it's a pity that here in Spain and also in our part of Andalusia, people doesn't care a lot about technology and scientific development, and it's very difficult to make progress and to take and do a project like this. Um, Regardless of that, for that's why it's like I mean a huge release that there are people that are giving all of what they have to technology, and it's a thing that we have to continue.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally relate to it, Santi and Daniel, about that people in the country do not really understand what the competition is, and it's really hard to get sponsorships, and that leads to the next question probably that I'd like to ask you guys, is that how difficult it was for you guys to get sponsorships, be it cash or be it kind.
In fact, achieving a sponsorship was really difficult, really difficult. In fact, we have only money to pay us the fee to enter in this competition. And thanks to Olibaeza, that was a company, olive company, olive. Sorry. Yes, a local company of our town that we have contact with it because our last team manager have some of her friends working on it. Yeah, in fact, we talk with a lot of other companies, national companies, etc. And yeah, in a current situation, in a normal situation, it is difficult by itself to achieve sponsorship without with a company with well, a company a group without any experience. So companies don't trust in us, and if we plus to it that people don't know about this competition or work to achieve new sponsors was the far far difficult that maybe a normal team should have it.
Yes, Daniel. You stated it correct. That how difficult it has been where people don't understand about the competition, right? So even back here in India, and especially in our home city, there's a very less awareness of Formula One and Formula One in schools, right? So it is like we could definitely give a sort of equation that all right, less the less the awareness, the less the chances of getting sponsorships, right? So it has been extremely difficult for us as well in order to get sponsorships, right? But yeah, again, kudos to you all on getting some sponsors and qualifying all the way to the world finals, right? So, Daniel, Adri, Santi, I'd like to know that, what was that one special moment that, you will always remember in your life from the World Finals? All right, that, all right, this is the moment that I'll remember.
A moment for me, my special moment in the competition was when we were nominated. Well, personally I have two special moments. One when when our car ran for first time because we didn't prove it, and we don't know how it should react. And the second one was when we were nominated to the to a price. I don't know what is how can I say it, the price in English. I think is um, merit. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, I feel also is a theme that the feeling I feel most in this competition. I feel proud of being nominated also to this prize, and I don't know what my teammate think they what my teammates think.
Yeah, Santi, what was your special moment from the World Finals?
Well, firstly was to take part in something that Formula One uh, has created, because I'm looking forward to become engineer of any team of Formula One, or any team at motorsport. And also another gently um, remember was to uh, carry on the Spain for first ever, sorry, to carry on the name of Spain to this competition, and to achieve the 1.211 second, that after all the hard work and without training, and to prove how the car will react. So was a nice experience, and we are looking forward also for next year. And let's hope that we can get into a Formula One academy. Uh,
Yeah, Santi, I mean, definitely, as you said, that just entering the World Finals is itself a very big moment in someone's life, right? And I can truly relate to it, right? Because, I mean, representing your country and, I mean, having your country's flag on your merchandise, it's itself a very nice feeling in itself, right? So, I mean, that's great. Adri, what was your special moment from the World Finals?
Please, so sorry about my English, because the the professional in English is Daniel and Santi. When my favorite moment is the moment in the fish race. The uh, uh, we uh, uh, we do the our best team, the 1 second point 211. This moment is a very excited in the group. We are the very um, proud of my work, of our work.
Yeah, I mean, Adri, I could totally get your point. I mean, what's a moment was in the World Final, right? And as Daniel and Santi, I mean, mentioned all of these things that probably make your experience special in the World Finals, right? So I guess I mean we talked about World Finals experience and we talked about how you came together as a team and all your journeys in the competition and challenges and struggles you faced to get sponsorships. Right. Moving on, Daniel, Santi, what's your plan in the future? Right. I mean, as you said that you'd be participating in the coming and the next years as well. But have you, I mean, really started working on it?
Well, next year we will have more time. We are having more time than last year, and we expect to make a better competition because um, uh, we are getting know in our town, so local companies are interested in our work and help us. and we expect to go to Formula One in the school, and next year better equipped, with more um, um, with more skills to work. Yeah, I think next year we will make a better competition. What do you think, Santi?
Um, well, as I said, we are changing all our main. I mean, all the team is being changed, and we are focusing, and we have changed the approach. So I think that we can improve our time, despite of have a little bit of experience with portfolio, which is our main problem. But I think if we do a super job and we all work together as a team, we can get a high position and to fight until the end on the knockout competition.
Yes, in fact, as Santi said, and now with time, better with knowledge, and so I think we can. We have no problems this year. If we made it with a lot of problems, economical problems, time problems. If we made it last year, I think this year, with all in our favor, I think we can make a great job.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree on both of your points, Daniel and Sandy. That I mean, with more time, you'd be better equipped for the coming championship of Formula One in schools. And also, as you said, I mean, Daniel and Sandy, that you'd have more time, as I spoke, and you'd be definitely working on your portfolios and all of the things that you lagged. And that's the best. I mean, that's the best method to improve, by learning from your mistakes that you have made in past, right? And that's great to hear about your future plans, right? Moving on, I guess, Santi. As you said that you were the design and you're the engineer for the team. So, how did you started designing your car, right? I mean, what was your inspiration and what you looked up to? That all right. This is my inspiration and motivation, and this is how our car should look and have its aerodynamics.
Well, I'm a great fan of Formula One since I was a baby, because I'm seeing a lot of kind of motorsport events since I was a child, and I really like, and I learn about a lot about some different kind of cars, as for example in the cars when they race on ovals, or also on drag race. So I just open my mind and not only focus on Formula One, and with no really good idea, because I didn't study anything about aerodynamics or something like that. In fact, we couldn't prove our car and make any investigation on safety software, because we have a lot of issues with that program. So with pictures and also my own creativity, and with I think that it was a clear idea that I have had and just develop during the whole work process um, with the aerodynamic indeed. Um, I just imagine how the air will react because of that issues. So it was a bit funny, but also a lot of confusion at time when the car will race because we didn't exactly know how the car will be.
Yes, I mean, Santi, I completely agree to your point of how you designed your car. And I mean, that definitely is your creativity. And you, as you said, that you referred to some pictures, right? And definitely, I guess, since you were a big fan of Formula One since childhood, that really might have helped you design the car, right? Because you might have known a lot of about cars, especially F1 cars, right? So that's great to hear, and I mean, hats off to you because I mean, as you said that you didn't use that much of CFD and analysis part of uh, the software. I mean, it's a big deal to get that 1.21 seconds benchmark in the world finals, right? Where you're competing with the best teams across the globe, right? And I mean, that's really awesome. So, I mean, before we actually conclude the podcast, I guess we have talked about sponsorships. We have talked about engineering just now. We talked about your experience at World Finals, and we talked about, I mean, almost every aspect of the competition, right? So before we actually conclude this session of the podcast, I'd like to know from you guys that I mean, why you enrolled in for the competition, right? What was the reason that Adri, Daniel, and Santi, you guys enrolled for the competition? What have you learned and gained out of the competition?
Well, from my point of view, we learn about how companies move. Uh, we know we learn how to make companies take interest on you. We also learn about that without any organization we could do anything because we have some problems. In fact, a very funny anecdote that was that our last team manager um, at final when the competition ¿cómo se dice? Termina gets over, we realized that we had a lot of programs to solve the aerodynamics, but because of some problems with the team manager, we didn't know that they exist. So it was it was quite complicated, yes. And I think, and yes, it was. I think the most important the team the team job. See, I think I say it well. Team job. Well, that it is a very important thing in great projects like this. And yeah, I don't know what my companies think.
Yeah, I mean, Santi, what did you, I mean, why you enrolled and what did you learn from the competition?
Um, what I really learned about the competition was how to do the main videos for the competition and also the portfolios. Well, all the work in general, as Danny has said, our last team manager didn't do the things like uh, something special. So we, despite of the great competition that we have had, we could have it better because also the weight of our car, and that was something that we could solve because it it weighs was 60 grams instead of 50, and yeah, was a lack of communication with him. And I mean, we can also improve all the areas and to get the maximum points for next year.
Yes, Santi. I mean, that's so amazing about what you gained out of the competition, right? What about you, Adri? I mean, what did you gain out of the competition?
Santi, ¿me lo puede traducir?
¿Qué ha aprendido en la competición?
I learned of the use of editor videos with my teammate Danny, and a spirit of collective team with all the team in work of the this project. Do the car in several times with my teammate Josemi and Danny, and later with Danny of the social network of the video of the car of the sponsor. Well, this this is a beautiful experience. Different thing of I do in the common day. I do competition. I and we do the same of the of a more in the next competition.
Awesome, guys. I mean, that was lovely to hear that what Adri gained out of the competition and what Daniel and Santi got out of it, gained out of it. I mean, from learning the video learning skills, animation skills, probably, or graphic designing, and from engineering to managing the time, and probably managing how the company works and aligning your whole team together. It's all of the things that you gain, and these are the things that really matter in the practical life as well when you go out in the field and do a job, or basically you hit the workforce, right? Right. So I mean, that was really lovely. I mean, talk and conversation that we had around. It's around almost 45 minutes that we have been talking, right? So I mean, before I guess uh, there are a lot of things that we talked, right? And we really had fun. I mean, recording this thing, and I hope that whosoever listening to us, yeah, from Spain, from Brazil, or from any part of the country or any part of the globe, hope they'll enjoy it as well, and they'll get to know about how things work in Spain, right? So by this, we have definitely came to an end of this wonderful episode. I mean, with all of these amazing people from all the way from Spain, right? And I guess I'm really honored and grateful for having all of these three people from Team BRT from Spain for joining us on the show. And till then, guys, stay tuned to the Aquila View, and I'd see you next time. And that's it for now. And that's it for now. And I'm host Narayan signing off. Thank you so much.